In this video, I'm going to be revealing one of the most effective tutoring ad strategies that you can literally copy and paste in order to fill your calendar with qualified parents for 2026, all without burning any money on leads who can't afford your tutoring services. And this is the exact same system that we use for our paying clients, and it's generated over 1.5 million in 2025 alone. Look, we've run every single type of tutoring ad imaginable, spent over 6 figures on tutoring ads, managed hundreds of different campaigns, helped tutors go from 0 to 10K a month, from 10K to 50K, and up to 200K per month. And this strategy that I'm about to break down for you in this video literally outperforms everything else that we've tried so far. So by the end of the video, you're gonna be able to copy paste the exact same system that I'm about to show you, and you're gonna get more high quality leads, a booked out calendar, and ultimately way more new revenue and students for your tutoring business. And if at any point you feel like you just wanna have this all built out for you, there's a link in the description of this video and you can book a call with my team. We're gonna go over exactly how we implement this for your specific business. Now, let's get into the video. First of all, why do most tutors fail with meta ads? In order to understand why it works, we must first understand why most things do not work and do the opposite. So in order to run ads profitably, you need two things. You need to successfully grab and retain attention, and you also need to be able to convert that attention, right? So if you first focus on grabbing and retaining attention. First of all, boosting posts is not an ad, okay? Boosting posts is just gonna give you likes, comments, and views. It's never gonna get you any leads, any people actually wanna buy. So stop boosting posts, unless you actually want views, likes, and comments. I'd imagine most of you actually want sales and new students, right? So first of all, stop boosting posts and start working inside the actual ads manager. Second of all, you have bad targeting because you have a bad script and your messaging is not on point, okay? The first thing I want you to understand here is that you only pay for the ad to be shown. You do not pay for it to be watched, okay? So if your ad, your creative, your video, or your image does not stop someone from scrolling, they will never see it. So you're gonna get views, but in order for someone to actually see the ad, it needs to be a good creative. It needs to stop them from scrolling. Again, you are paying Facebook to show the ad, right? But if someone sees it and it's extremely boring and it looks like an advertisement, they scroll past and they spend maybe half a second looking at your ad, they never truly saw it, right? Especially having like a 30 or 1 minute video, right? 30 seconds to a minute. They're never gonna see those 30 seconds to a minute if they only watch the first couple of seconds because the video is boring, okay? Second thing that happens when you have bad messaging is not only do people not wanna watch it, but the wrong people watch it, which is even worse because that means wrong people convert. That means wrong people click on it, become a lead, and book a call. And that's where you get people who just hop on the call. They have no money, they have no desire of actually getting a qualified tutor. They just want the cheapest option possible, okay? Now, why does this actually happen? Well, you sound like every other generic tutoring company, okay? We offer high quality tutoring services for all subjects. When somebody hears that, they instantly tune out. This is just extremely boring, sounds like an advertisement, and sounds like everybody else. Another example is, if you're looking for help in high school, we can support you. Or are you looking for a math tutor? This is way too broad, too vague, and most importantly, it doesn't trigger any emotion or specificity for that matter. Like, what do you mean math? Like, is that elementary level math? Like elementary school? Is that university level math? Like, there's way too many different like types or levels of math that exist. So when you just say math, people don't know if you actually mean what they want, right? Are you talking to them? And the worst of all is just please don't start your ads like this. My name is and I'm a founder of company. Like I don't care. I do not care. Stop doing that, okay? The next thing that people mess up is that your ad looks like this. This looks horrible. Nobody likes infomercials. Infomercials are dead since the 90s. When you set your ad up like this, it looks the exact same as this. You just look like an infomercial. Do you like watching infomercials? Yes or no? I would guess that no. So why are you doing this? Nobody cares. It looks ugly. It looks horrible. And everybody hates looking at it. So people don't look at it. And that's why you don't get leads. Cool. So the second thing that you need to do is convert the attention. So why are you not converting attention? Most likely reason, bad offer. If your offer is not something that people actually want, it's not gonna work. Now I'm gonna give you a couple examples. Let's say you say, we help students improve their grades in X subject. This is way too vague and everyone promises just better grades. Or, for example, one-on-one tutoring tailored to your child's needs. Okay, I mean, the phrase tailored to your needs is just copy-paste from everybody else again. Or even worse, Jesus Christ, please don't do this. Affordable, flexible tutoring in all subjects. subjects. You just told them that you want cheapskates. You told them that you're flexible and that you do everything, meaning you're specialized in nothing. This results in bargain hunters because straight out the gate, you told them, hey, I'm cheap. So when you try and charge them even $50 an hour, they're going to be like, wait a minute, I thought you were cheap. Just stop doing that. It really attracts horrible people. The next thing most people oversee. Some of you are going to hear like the offer stuff and the attention stuff. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But I don't see anybody focusing on this. You need a strong social presence. Roughly 50% of people that opt in check your Instagram profile first. And 90% of you guys look like this. Would you buy from someone that has an Instagram profile that looks like this? Because I wouldn't, okay? You have 137 followers. Your last post was 3 years ago and there is no YouTube profile, there's no TikTok profile. Your Instagram looks like this. You just look like a scammer. You do. You're not taking it seriously. You need to take your social media presence seriously. This is the new storefront. This is the new website. Nobody cares about websites anymore, okay? And everything's online. So what do you need? You need a strong social media profile. And then lastly, you have no nurturing process, right? So let's say you get the attention and then you somehow convert some of it. Your problem is that people don't want to buy from you even if they know that you exist because you've not done a good job of conveying how does this work? What results have you gotten in the past? Why should someone even trust you? Again, with an Instagram profile that looks like this, they probably shouldn't, to be honest. Why should they show up to the meeting, right? Like they booked a call, why should they show up now? And how are you different? And is this even legit? Because I don't know, is it? Like with a profile that looks like this? Probably not. So how do we actually fix this and get a 6 to 20x ROAS? Well, step one, you need to get clarity on your target market, right? You need to know exactly who you're going to be advertising to in order to make the advertisements in a way that resonates with your target audience. Once you know who you're going to be targeting, you need a 3-step ad formula, okay? So first, we're going to need to get the attention, nurture it, and then convert it. So we get the attention with action-driven ads, okay? These ads are designed to create instant attention with the purpose of that attention resulting into a inquiry, okay? This is roughly what it looks like, and I'll break it all down for you. So here's exactly how you script those ads. For the hook, you need the offer plus call out, which ultimately leads into what the lead wants, okay? So for an example, we're looking for 5 students who desperately need an A or A star in A-level biology. Notice that you specify exactly which grade and which subject and which level, okay? A-level biology, and you're gonna get an A or A star, all right? So that they can secure a top spot in top programs like medicine or dentistry. Again, super specific. For the body, you just really need to show your process, right? So first, we assess your child's current skill gaps, then we personalize a weekly plan, check in every 7 days, okay? So here you just wanna explain your process, and once you explain the process, you want to give them some credibility as well. So show why you can actually get those results that you just promised them, okay? So unlike most tutoring programs that teach generic strategies that barely scratch the surface, we laser focus on blah, 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 okay? CTA, you need one clear next step. Don't make it vague. Don't give them 3 options. One thing that they need to do, okay? Most of the time for you guys, it's going to be click the link below, book a free strategy call. Cool. Once we got the attention, we need to nurture it, all right? So here, problem solution ads. These address a deep pain point, speaking directly towards a specific audience again, which results in high quality, engaged, qualified leads. So here's how you script that out. For the hook, you want to lead with a pain point, okay? For example, if you see your child is pouring their heart into A-level biology studies, but no matter what they do, they're just not improving. Or most students fail A-level bio, not because they're lazy or dumb, but because they aren't effectively focusing their time on the things that matter. For the body, you again explain the process of solving that pain and add some credibility. And again, same thing with the CTA, one clear next step, and don't be vague. Lastly, how do you actually convert that attention? So here we've got credibility-driven ads. These are authority-oriented sales assets that build trust and status within your target audience, okay? So here's how you script those out. For the hook, you want to have market plus desired state, okay? So for example, this is how Sam got an A star in his A-level biology in 12 weeks. Again, look at the specificity. This is how client got an A star on his A-level biology 12 weeks, okay? Client, what result they got, what level, what subject, what time. You need all this. The more specific you can get, the better it's going to convert. So for the body, before state and then after state, right? This is pretty simple. Before the program, he was struggling with X, then, losing confidence, blah, blah. And then by the end of the program, he was getting all these results, right? That's the short version. Obviously, you want to fledge it out a little bit, but that's the main gist. Before state and then after state. CTA, again, one clear next step. Don't be vague. Don't give them 3 options. Pick one. Cool. Now, step 3, we want to make sure that your videos don't look like infomercials, right? So here's how you do that. When you're creating the video, make sure that it looks like this, okay? Your face needs to be slightly higher than the middle, because nobody actually, watches like here. If you're like this, it's just way too low. So that's not good. So you want to have your face right here. See, this is the red zone. You want to have your subtitles right here, right below the chin, and then have the main action happening here, right? You don't want too much happening down here. That's pretty much it. Also, it is extremely important that you cut out all of the pauses and repetitions, right? In your editing software, if you look at the tracks, it's probably going to look something like this. There's going to be pauses, okay? Nobody likes looking at a person who's thinking about what word they need to say next, especially if you have a short form type ad. It needs to be quick action. Cut all of the pauses out and cut all of the repetitions out, right? This is short form. This is not long form. This is not a podcast. Nobody cares. Cut it out. Another thing that I don't see anybody doing, except like the really high level people, is music. Nobody uses music. Music is an extremely effective tool to retain people, okay? But you need to make sure that the music actually matches the vibe of the video. You can't just put some random music on it, like some random hype music on it, and expect people to actually watch it, right? You need it to match the video. If you're speaking very fast, very energetic, you have energetic music. If you're more of a slower speaking person, like maybe soft spoken, you need to have softer music, right? It needs to match the video because music is an amplifier, right? So whatever emotion you are conveying with the script, with the messaging, and with the way that you speak, you need to choose the music that matches that. And then this is exactly how you end up with an ad that looks like this instead of an ad that looks like this. And now people actually want to watch your ad. Step number 4, you need social omnipresence. You need to be seen everywhere and anywhere that they look. This is how you hack looking like a big company, okay? If you imagine Nike or Adidas or BMW or whatever big company, you turn on the TV, eventually you're gonna see their ad. You go to YouTube, eventually you're gonna see their ad. You go to the shopping mall, you're gonna see their ad. They are everywhere. You need to do the same. And the beauty of social media is that it costs you nothing. It literally takes you 10 seconds to upload a video on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, and on Facebook. So when you're making content, make sure you distribute it everywhere. They need to see you everywhere they go. And that's how you come into their subconscious and you look like a big brand. And when you're creating the content, it's the same thing here, right? Same as with the ads. You need top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel. Top of funnel is going to be your reaction videos. This is where you hijack virality from other people by reacting to a piece of content that has already gone viral and is relatable to your specific niche. Next up, for middle of funnel, you need teaching videos, right? So here you teach visually, you work through problems or frameworks right in front of viewers, step by step, and you're basically giving them value. You're showing them how to do math problems, like English problems, whatever. Lastly, bottom of funnel, these are talking head videos. Here, you talk directly to the camera, you address the beliefs and the pain points of your ideal clients, and these are all about shifting mindsets and moving prospects closer to buying. And you absolutely need to combine content and ads because that's when you get the best of both worlds, right? And this is also something that I see absolutely nobody doing. Step number 5, post-booking nurture. You need to make them come to the call ready to buy, because when somebody booked a call, that doesn't mean they're gonna show up. That doesn't mean they're gonna buy. This is where most people think they've done the most of the work, but this is where it truly actually begins. See, once they book a call, they need to immediately be redirected to a thank you page. This thank you page needs to redirect to your content. Why do we need this? Well, you need them to do pre-call homework, which is basically just them either consuming some of your content, either interacting with your stuff, with your sales assets, and they also need to be redirected to your content to, again, consume more of you and basically become a mini like fan of you, right? They need to start idolizing you. Another thing that needs to happen immediately after they book a call is retargeting ads need to activate. See, some people are not gonna look at your thank you page. They're not gonna do the pre-call homework and they might not see your content. And that's where the retargeting ads get them, right? These are ads, again, testimonial ads showing proof, showing credibility, and then the CTAs lead to more content or back to the thank you page. Now, the end result of all this is they actually show up ready to buy. So if you're serious about scaling your tutoring business and you wanna have all of this implemented for you into your tutoring business, just click the link below this video and schedule a call with my team, and we're gonna show you exactly how we would implement this for your specific situation.